Okay, we're interrupting your regularly scheduled program because Mark Surgison. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Mark Surgison and the North American gases. He's a photographer, is the mecca of the gasser world photography, period. He's got North American gases and a couple other Facebook sites. Mark has this killer label of this gasser, and he sells his black t-shirts and everything, and he's redesigning his logo, and it is going to be my dad's 55 Chevy, the River Rat. And my dad's been kind of under the weather. He broke his tailbone. He's hurting pretty good right now, and today he's going to get 2 screws. If they can put 2, they might only be able to put 1 from what he tells me, and that tailbone, and get him onto the road of recovery. Okay, I said that right. So he could use some prayers, a couple of these, and help him with the pain he's gonna feel after this little surgery and everything, and get him on a quick road to recovery. It's gonna be a couple months before he can really pick anything up or anything like that again. So when this gasser craze came in and they started jacking up the cars and putting straight axles under the front ends and all of this stuff again, my dad was into it. We were drawing gases when we were babies, me and my brother. Surgison was there at the beginning of this craze, and it is a craze, and it is a thing, and it ain't never going away, because they were some of the finest looking race cars that you've ever seen. There were some of the most uncontrollable race cars that you've ever seen, and there were some of the fastest race cars that you've ever seen back then, and it was a crazy thing when they came on the track, and guys like my dad kept it going. They built gases, and they never stopped being crazy, and they never stopped being crazy fast, and it just, there's a few clubs out there, and these guys are mean, and they put on a better show than any show I've ever seen. Mark Surgison lives in Canada. He's a Canadian. Him and my dad met, I think, in Kentucky or Memphis or something. My dad was just watching, and he saw this photographer. Now, Mark Surgison is a very lovable looking teddy bear, but I think he's like a nice abominable snowman, because he's like 8'3" and like 750, and he's always smiling and happy. But he's the guy you wanna watch, because when he clicks, he'll take out a neighborhood. So anyway, he gets me a pass to go and film at the starting line with him at the Meltdown Drags. Byron Dragway in Chicago, right? The Meltdown Drags. And I'm filming with him, and here comes my dad. And my dad, this 55 is uncontrollable. It's a suspension thing. He can't get the back of the car figured out. It's some old school technology, and he's a backyard hot rodder, and it's just like a Lincoln welding machine and a piece of angle line, and he's going racing. So my heart is always in my throat when he's on the starting line, because he's my dad and he's crazy, all right? And he will hurt himself to show everybody else that his shit's fast. Anyway, he don't know which way this car's gonna go when he nails it. I don't know which way this car's gonna go, and I'm here taking a video, and Mark Surgison is right here next to me taking the video. And when I say right here, I mean right here. I might be able to get his nipple from about right here. This guy's huge. And so my dad leaves, boom, straight up in the air, and then the car goes whoop like that, straight towards us. Straight towards us. And I flinched. Oh, I flinched. And Mark Surgison has never let me live it down. He introduces me as the flincher. When I meet Mark, when I come up to Mark and I meet him and I go to shake his hand, in his eyes, I see myself flinching. So I have told myself through these years, it's okay. He's a big guy. The car might have just bounced off of him. It's okay that you flinched. Because if you look at my video, that car went up and it came straight for me and I was videoing. I mean, I seen the oil pan on this car and then it broke loose. Whoop, and it just went just enough to angle straight towards me and walk. Now, to the big guy's credit, he didn't move. But I think he would have let the car kill him. I think he would have let the car kill him before he flinches. That's a photographer thing, right? These guys stay there and they're on it and they ain't moving. The car comes, the Camaro's coming, flipping 75 times and it goes right over his head. And he got the this is nuts. But that's what an automotive drag race photographer, videographer is. Completely insane. If you're at a gasser event and you're filming these cars coming off the start line, they jump up on the Christmas tree, they jump up on bust a couch, they jump up on anything they can jump up on when they leave the line. These things are crazy, man. So I like to tell myself that I was filming and that car came at me and I took one step back and that car came down and I got it. I got the shot. It's in the film. I won't be able to find the film until it rolls back around and says it's in my memories. But I'm going to bring it back. In that film, that car comes down in my frame and bounces that far away from the guardrail. Boom! And then I got it leaving. Wham! And he straightened it back out and put it in the middle lane. Race was aborted, but it was a crazy thing. And the first thing this big guy says is, he almost killed his own son! That almost never happens! And he has been riding me like the yard dog about it ever since. But I love Mark Surgison. And I love every one of you that is watching me right now, and I thought I'd just be stupid at my own expense, but my dad's car is going to be the new North American Gas logo, and that is really exciting for this Lopez family, right? He made this thing nationwide and then worldwide, the car, with popularity out of being a wild man. Him and his friends, Shrevino and those guys, are incredible. So, Boyd, but my dad just hit the top of the mountain. He just became the King Kong. He's North American Gasser logo. And thank you, Mark Surgison. We love you down here, big guy. And we hope to see you down here. And we hope to make more races. Danny's got him another Gasser that's in the works. And we'll see y'all soon. Appreciate you, brother.